In.
How you doing, mate? Which one's Ashton?
Green.
Green. Right, hello everybody. Yes, you did hear me there just asking Torrin Matthews which one is Ashton Turner, because I didn't know. And the reason being is because there's huge late drama here at Headingley Golf Club. Ashton Turner in the green top. That is Ashton Turner. In fact, he's a winner as well on the 2020 Pro Tour. If he holds this putt, we go to the playoff. Nick Watson, 6 under par in the clubhouse. Ashton Turner, 5 under par on the 18th green. Not quite over just yet, by the way. Nicholas Popperton's out in the field. He was 2 under through 11, so there could be a late charge there. Let's just wait and see. Joshua Berry, the top amateur, by the way, at 4 under par as well. Do not go anywhere. We've got high drama here at Huddersfield, Headingley. Not Huddersfield, that was last week. Headingley Golf Club.
This is what we want to see in, isn't it? Going to the wire.
It certainly is. I'm actually hearing as well, Popperton is 2 under through 11 as well, so it's not quite over.
He's a birdie machine.
So this is Ashton Turner. He needs to birdie this, and if he does, we have a playoff. It could not be any more dramatic.
It's got a chance.
It has got a chance.
Oh man, that was so close. What a great putt. That looked in all the way, didn't it?
I thought it was going in, I have to say. He got a good pace in it though, didn't he? He was shy. It wasn't shy.
No.
He was going for it.
And they say that's the perfect distance to go past that in that 12-18 inches. You're unlikely to miss that return, but it's still got that little bit of pace that gets to the hole just to see it in there.
I think we've only really got one player left in the running. Nicholas Popperton, though. Sophie Lamb, must give her credit. She was 2 under through 16.
Very good.
Could still have to illegal really, but it's a hole in 117. I've just seen a monster drive as well. This is Torrin Matthews. Can he finish off in style? Oh.
Torrin was at 66 to 1 for today. Ashton was at 40s.
Torrin, take it home. There it goes. Look, fantastic.
Yeah.
And a nice round of applause by
Yeah.
some of the members here at Headingley. Nice show of respect.
Very nice. So 8 more groups after this, Ian. There's still plenty of golf out there.
There is, and I'd say Poppleton is still in the mix. It's not quite a done deal just yet. Although
You'd never write him off, would you?
You certainly wouldn't. No, he was the leading pro last week at Huddersfield.
Yeah.
And turnarounds out for a superb 5 under par, 66, magnificent stuff. Not quite able to force that playoff just yet. Let's grab a quick word with Ashton as well, shall we? Because it's been a wonderful, wonderful round indeed. Well played, guys.
Well done.
Ashton? I'm not bad, mate. How are you? It's good to see you again, and every time I see you, you always play incredibly well.
Yeah, it was all right today. I had a quick start, 5 under through 8, and then wheels didn't really come off, but they definitely stalled. A couple of loose drives, and recovered well from one, not so well from the other. Then down the stretch, kind of started hitting a little better, but yeah, the putts weren't dry. Well, one putt dropped, but frustrating one on 17, just shaved the edge. But
were you aware the putt there that the first putt was for birdie and obviously to go to joint 6 under?
Yeah, I'm in charge of the scoring today, so I had a quick check of the leaderboard on the hole. And I mean, yeah, I think any other day it probably would have been 3-wood driver, but all my drives that were bad today went left, so all I saw was a car windscreen. So I decided to lay back.
Over there, so.
Yeah, decided to lay back and try and pitch in, but yeah, it wasn't the best pitch in the world. And
I tell you what, you seem quite down. If I ever shot 5 under par, I'd be jumping for joy. You never hear the end of it.
Yeah, it was just stalling after 8.
Yeah,
it was frustrating not to kind of push on further. But yeah, I'm happy with the round. I'm sure when I've reflected a little bit more, I'll be happy with
I think another day 5 under would do it. But congratulations anyway, Ashton. There, great round.
Well done.
Ashton Turner second in the clubhouse at the minute on 5 under par. Did see Chris Hansen knocking around. It looks like he's run away from us, Paul. He was here, wasn't he? I think he was going to come and have a little chat with. Oh, he's up there actually. Of course, Chris Hansen played today as well. As he shot 2 under
Did he?
as
Great.
well.
Fantastic.
By the way, he's a pretty handy player. We've got the next group coming in. Oh yeah, fantastic. Yeah, we're just having a look. Nick Watson is your man, still in the clubhouse at 6 under par. There's only realistically one player who's got a sniff of a chance, and it would be that man, Nicholas Poppleton. Came second on the order of merit on the 2020 Pro Tour last year. In fact, he was the only man who was close to winning £20,000 in the McLaren Sport race to 100 birdies. If we got one more birdie throughout the entire season, he'd have won £20,000. He ended on 99. If we just turn back around, we've got the group behind just coming up very shortly. And this is Nathan Gregson, Hayden Stanley Street Tyre, and Sophie Lamb. Sophie Lamb was 2 under through 16, so going very, very well indeed.
Somebody's hit an absolute monster of a drive there, haven't they?
They certainly have, haven't they? Yes. So still not over by any sense of the imagination yet.
Nick Poppleton's in the penultimate group as well. Got to hang on for that.
So please do like, comment and share if you're watching this. We hope you enjoyed the coverage so far today. We're not going to go anywhere just yet because there's still late drama here at Headingley. Once we get a clearer picture, we'll know what to do, whether there could still be a potential playoff here late in the day. It's all really rests on Poppleton. Well spotted, we've got a ball right in front of us as well.
This 18th is 337 yards long. It's stroke index 10 for the members.
I just saw that, we just caught it on camera as well. I thought it happens to the best of them, doesn't it? I think he hit the ball and I think it hit that tree in front and bounced back actually. I think he probably only made it about 10 feet or so. What a shame.
I can see those trees getting a lot of business over the course of the season.
That tree there, that big one over there on the right, he's taken some punishment over the last 100 years.
I bet if you look at the trunk on that, it'll be like it's been hit by a load of bullets. I think they framed the hole nicely. When you stood on the tee, it really adds to the dog leg of the hole.
It's daunting though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
We were up there earlier, weren't we, of course? And if you haven't seen it, do go back and watch the previous broadcast. It is very, very daunting up there. And remember, there is quite a lot on the line as well. It's the second event in the order of merit on the 2020 Pro Tour in 2021. There's also the small matter of a prize pot of £6,000, well, just shy of £6,000 due to be handed out. We're not going to see that 59 today, Paul. There was an extra prize from track employment of anybody who shot 59 would win a cheque for £10,000. There's a reason it's a large sum of money. It's because to shoot 59 is ridiculously hard.
It's got to be so hard. That's a once in a career for, it's a very few number of people. I think there's still a prize out there though if you win 6 tournaments in the season, isn't there? An extra 10,000 for that. So
yeah, and Poppleton, I'm not sure how it works, and it has to be outright.
I think it's outright. Yep.
So
I think that's part of the reason why we've got the playoff system now rather than doing the tied for the lead.
It is, yes.
Here we go. Oh, that's 2 good blows to there.
That is a great
Very
shot
nice.
again. I imagine if you're just a member or you're visiting to come play here, it's quite a daunting clubhouse actually, isn't it? Because it is literally on top. In fact, there's 1 or 2 cracks in the window up there.
We should get a shot of that later.
Reinforced glass, I think.
I wonder if they're off the tee or if somebody's thinned one out of a bunker.
Oh, gee, just the ball. I don't know if you saw that in your shot. Just hit the tree.
They make it look so easy, these guys.
They really do, don't they?
Yeah.
What can Sophie Lamb do here? She's had a good round today.
Oh, she's fancying chipping this one in here. Just stuck in the rough, unlucky.
It did, and it just needed a few inches further and it kicked on a bit more, I think.
Nice to feel the sun coming back out.
Yes, it's going to be a very pleasant trip back down the M1 this evening, I think.
How long will that take you?
4 hours.
Oh.
Back down to Berkshire tonight.
Must be very different for you in filming golf one day and filming motor racing the next.
Yeah, it's quite. Motorsport feels our weekends and golf our weekdays. So
Okay.
it's a nice contrast, you know.
And how do you cope with the noise when you're doing the motor racing commentary?
Just shout.
I can see that actually.
Really loudly. Oh, unlucky Sophie. This is Nathan Gregson, Hayden Strand Street tie, and Sophie Lamb at 18 here at Headingley.
Yeah, great birdie.
It'll be nice to go to Rome and B next week. It's a golf club that doesn't begin with H, so I won't be getting confused.
Yeah, nice track up there, some great holes.
Remember, you can watch all of our live golf this year over on Live Sport Now. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. There is a link to our YouTube channel as well in the text. Live Sport Now, give it a like, go over, give it a subscribe, and you can keep up to date with all the 2020 Pro Tour, and you can watch it all live in high definition this year. you go. There's Sophie holding it. I'm going to grab a quick word with Sophie. I didn't see her last week. Congratulate her as well, of course, for engagement to Marco Penge. Sophie, it's good to see you again. How are you doing? It was going quite well for you out there today, wasn't it?
It was, and then not the best finish, but just one of them things.
Yeah, exactly. Are you playing at Roman B next week as well?
Yeah, I am, yeah.
What can you take from today and bring it into Roman B? Because the game's there, isn't there? It's you know, that you were 2 under through 16, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing well. I've had a bit of I've not really played that much for 2 years, obviously COVID, and then a few things prior to that. So I'm just happy to be playing. Just a bit rusty. I just need to keep playing and get the scoring stuff back. So.
Fantastic. Get the card in hand, get out there. We'll see you next week. Sophie Lamb there had we've seen some great scores today, actually, haven't we, Paul? A lot of players under par. So unfortunately, Sophie did bogey that one, but she was going very well indeed. A very talented player as well. Talking of talented players, we've got Cosmos Mafia, Mark Young, and we've got Marco Penge as well. Of course, Marco engaged to Sophie.
And a winner from last year on the 2020 Top.
Exactly, and Mark Young, I know, plays a lot of golf. Actually, plays this tour. He also does play on clutch as well, quite a lot. And Cosmos Mafia, another man who's always in the gym as well.
Yeah, you've seen that more and more with the golfers nowadays, aren't you?
You certainly are. Let's wait for them, see how they're going to hold out. I'm just going to see if I can get a score update. Whilst we're waiting for them to come up, actually, I wonder if we could bring the leaderboard up onto the screen so you can get a little closer look at the action and see who's doing what. There really is only one player we think left in the running. That is Nicholas Poppleton. Nick Watson sat in the clubhouse 6 under par. It's a pretty good score. In fact, that was the score that won it last week. Stuart Easton, an amateur, took the honours at Huddersfield last week. If you want to get your fill of golf content as well, head over to Paul Hemley's The Golf Show on YouTube. Do give it a subscribe, it's well worth it. There's some great content on. It's funny content, but it's really useful content as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I want it to be the kind of stuff that when it's pointed out to you, you think, yeah, that's obvious. You know, I mean, like last week I had Titleist come up to my home club in York at Fulford, and we did a ball fitting. I mean, everyone else gets fit for their drivers, a lot of people get fit for their irons, some even get fit for the putters nowadays. That's getting more common, but who's had a ball fitting? You know, I reckon less than 1% of golfers, and I've been using a Titleist ball for probably 15 years, and it turned out it was the wrong ball. Yeah, you know, they make 8 different balls in the range. Obviously, one's got to be better for each person than others. And so I now play a different Titleist ball now, just through that. So that's the kind of content we're trying to get out there.
We were actually talking about this a bit earlier, weren't we, and the importance of the ball. People don't think about it. You've got soft balls, you've got harder balls, you know, you've got all sorts, and these brands, they do bring out different style balls, and not just as money-making exercises. They're for a reason.
Most typically have a budget range as well, but what you are going to see though is when I play golf at the weekends with the guys, you know, somebody will lose a ball, or I'm now playing a Titleist, I'm now playing a TaylorMade, and each of those balls is going to react differently. Yeah. So if you're chipping around the green, the cheaper balls will come up higher off the face. So they just, you stop, you know, you're not going to get that consistency. So if you chip 2 different balls, you could hit exactly the same shot and get 2 different results. So the most important thing golfers have got to do is just play the same ball, whatever that ball is, whether it's right or wrong for them. Just have a dozen of those, you know, keep plenty in your bag and just keep playing the same ball. I think this shot hit the tree.
Yeah, this is Cosmos Fire. Drop a minute.
Hit it pretty hard.
Oh, what a shot, by the way, from Cosmos Fire.
Mega.
He's such a nice bloke, by the way, is Cosmos. He's always got a smile on his face, even if the day's not going his way. He's always happy to talk. He's always got a smile. This is Mark Young now. Oh, it's coming. That's, I think, a bit of a miss hit there by Mark Young, wasn't it? Straight into the bunker, over on the far side.
Looks like a tricky stance.
This is Marco. Cracking group this, by the way, isn't it?
The kind of plays you get to see on the 2020 Pro Tour regularly. That's a superb shot, very difficult stance.
That is, isn't it? Mark Young with a little bit of work to do here out of the bunker. Good shot. Shot, Mark. Saving it for the camera. Saving it for the camera, Cosmo, swear. Go on. Go on. Yeah. Yes. Mark Young, Cosmos of Fire, just missing his birdie putt there. And Mark sinks it. Fantastic stuff. Lovely. That's Mark Young, Marco Penge, Cosmos with Fire, just finishing up their round. Fantastic. Let's grab a quick word with Mark, because it seems wherever Mark goes, I will follow. It's great to see you again, Mark. How's it going, buddy? You all right?
Yeah, that wasn't very good though.
How, talk us through it. What was it like out there?
A few birdies.
Yeah?
And
a few.
Some offline, shall we say.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
You're playing a lot of golf, Mark. Are you playing, are you heading down to the Oxfordshire?
Clutch now, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Are you going down there?
See you Wednesday. See you later, mate. Let's grab Cosmos quickly. Cosmos, that was one of the best shots we've seen into the green. It didn't quite work for you in the end, but...
It was good. Unfortunately, it didn't go in, but I've enjoyed it always. Short game is still not sharp enough, but we've got more time, like I said to you last time when we spoke to each other.
Is it just practice now?
Yeah, that's what it is. I've got 2 more days. I've got 2 more days to work, and then from there, this is going to be a work full time and see where we take it. But no, I enjoyed it always.
Fantastic.
And every time I see you, was it a good shot except for the last spot? I think, yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you're at Roman B, I'll just follow you around. Right?
Okay, that's a plan.
Cheers, mate.
Right,
that's it, mate. Cosmos and Fire there. Yeah, it does seem to be the case, doesn't it? Yeah. Sometimes we're lucky for some people, we're unlucky for others. Yeah. And a bit of a mix there for Cosmos. What a shot in, wasn't it? Unfortunately, just perhaps got the wobbles a little bit there.
And are you seeing quite a lot of these players playing on other tours like the Clutch Tour?
Mark Young plays everything,
Yeah.
pretty much, and I almost feel like I just follow him around the country, really.
Thankfully. Great player, isn't he?
He is a great player, and I think it just goes to show, because he plays so often.
Yeah.
We just heard Cosmos there. It's practice, practice,
Yeah.
practice, and we know, we know what the game is like. If I suddenly pegged it up today, I would be terrible. I've barely played. I just don't get out on the course enough, and that's why.
And even as amateurs, we can play 2 days in a row, and you can play fantastic one day and terrible the next, can't you?
Yeah.
Whereas these guys have got that consistency, that confidence. He's not left himself a lot of room to play with there, coming in from the first fairway.
Just reloading the scores just to see how Poppleton's getting on.
Don't think we've seen one from this angle reach the green yet, have we?
No.
Bringing it in high because that's a tight pin.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gone straight. It's just like we saw with Mark, although Mark was a bit further back, of course. Right, let's have a little score update for you. As we know, Nick Watson is the man in control at the minute. That's 6 under par. George Walgott and Ashton Turner also in the clubhouse at 5 under par. Joshua Berry, the leading amateur, at 4. The big question is where is Nicholas Poppleton? I've still got him as 2 under through 13. So he's on the 14th. He's going to have to fly, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's going to have to birdie at home. And again, that's I suppose the pin is cut too well to the right as you're looking at it. So
We've seen some great scores today, haven't we? Yeah, some really good scores, well under par there.
yeah, I can tell you 23 players under par.
Wow, from a field of 102.
102.
Very
yeah.
good.
Yeah. Don't forget, there's a lot of amateurs in there
Yeah.
as well. Here, in fact, speaking of amateurs, we do have Harry Hunter Mapp in this group, Joe Hoblin, and Victoria Craig as well.
Must have had a good lie, chose not to move it. Perhaps on the upslope. Go on, hit the bank, go. Yes. That's a great shot.
That is a great shot, isn't it?
Didn't have a lot of room to work with that. Got to keep that acceleration all the way through the shot.
So,
Don't
this
want
is
the
a
old
tricky
dreaded
shot.
D-cell.
Yeah,
Now this is going to be super tricky.
it's a tricky shot from the both, actually. I can see, you won't be able to see it on camera.
You wouldn't
Victoria
fancy
Craig's
this
got a
one.
wedge in her hand from there, actually. I think I'll
Yeah.
be having a putter on it, I think.
Hers is something a bit nicer, isn't it? This one is sat well down. This is not what you want in your monthly medal on the Saturday with all your mates on the patio with a beer in the hand, is it?
You don't.
Speaking from experience, there's a lot of white hair under this hat, all from the stress of golf. I'm only 27. Got the face open right up here. This is going to go straight up his left nostril. Beautiful.
Isn't it?
Very difficult to get
Stop.
it stopped from that lie. I don't think he could have done much better than that, to be honest.
No. I was just looking at the loft on that
Yeah.
club, and it was almost flat to the
It
ground.
was,
wasn't
yeah. Got to look at par there, though. You've seen that putt a few times today. And this is the confidence here, isn't it? Like, you're a foot off the green. You could put that. You could
I would
7-iron it
have
over it.
yes.
This is going to go in, I think.
Great shot.
Great shot.
And that's why she did that.
Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that. Because I couldn't do it, I think is more the point.
Yeah. I think these guys are very good at, once they see the shot, they just commit. There's no second guessing. They're not, there was probably 4 different ways to play that shot there. Straight out with a lofted club, committed to it, accelerated through the ball. Great to see. This one turns a bit more at the end than the players have been reading when we've seen this putt so far today. Great roll.
Good one.
That would have been
It all
some up
comes
and down
down.
from there, wouldn't it?
It would have been, wouldn't it? And it all comes down to feel, doesn't it? What are you comfortable?
Yeah. If you're just going to bash it straight in, then you don't play any break, you know, and you can do that a little bit more now the flag's left in.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting once they decide flags can come back out again, which could be as soon as the 21st of June. How many people take the flags out?
I think a lot of people are going to leave them in, I think.
Yeah, and I've got used to it now.
Lovely.
Oh, nice.
Still seeing a few members teeing off actually, aren't we, just behind us? It's getting relatively late in the day.
Yeah.
The sun's disappearing.
A few holes after work.
It's starting to get a bit of a nip in the air now.
We'll put some sleeves on in a minute. There's a tee shot just come in here and down there. I'm not sure if it's in bounds or not. I can't quite see. It's super tight to that middle post.
There you go, Victoria Craig just finishing off
Good
her
up and
round.
down. Very good.
Fantastic stuff there. So that was Joe Hoblin, Harry Hunter Mapp and Victoria Craig. We are going to wait for the next group to come down because we've got George Nicholson, William McGee and Rochelle Morris as well from, just having a little look at the leaderboard as well, Rochelle Morris, sorry, from Crossland Heath, and it's still Nick Watson, obviously in the clubhouse at 6 under par. It's only really Nicholas Poppleton who can challenge. I've still got him down as 2 under through 13. Exciting stuff indeed. We'll see where it is. If he's getting close, we'll stay live. If not, we're going to find Nick Watson, because at 6 under par, he's set a very, very difficult score to beat. It's going to take something incredibly special from Nicholas Poppleton. As soon as this group comes in, we're going to find Nick Watson and have a word of him. If it's looking likely, he's going to be the winner of the GolfQuizz Masters here on the 2020 Pro Tour. Exciting stuff. Let's actually just bring that leaderboard onto the screen for you as well, just whilst we're waiting for this group to walk up the 18th here. We really hope you enjoyed the coverage so far at Headingley Golf Club. What a wonderful, wonderful day we've had. A big thank you to Headingley as well for being a superb host, and a big thank you to all the sponsors as well with the 2020 Pro Tour. Kia, Bury, a huge, huge thank you to you guys. Orca Golf as well. Orca Golf putting up an equipment contract for the leading male and female in the order of merit come the end of this 2020 Pro Tour season. There's so much up for grabs just throughout the entire season, and today as well, like we say, guaranteed prize pot of just over £5,800. There was a extra bonus, an added incentive added today. Any player, if a player shot 59, would have walked away with a cheque for £10,000. It's not going to be the case. But it's still a nice incentive to come into a tournament now, and you could, if you just have a worldie, who knows, it can change your life almost, couldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. It is a past 71, so you've got a little bit more of a chance here.
We're just going to move Leon out of the way. Last thing we want to do is get the equipment down. As you know, Paul, equipment is not cheap, especially when you're live. I can actually just see, if you just go on to the putting green up there, a bit of action going on as well. Look at that. That's just putting out. That's Taylor. That's the junior club member here at Headingley. Abigail Taylor wanted to play today, but she had to go to school.
She did.
And rightly so as well, by the way.
Great player. Met her when she played in the Girls Under 16 Open at Fulford back in 2018.
Yeah, and a picture of her actually in the clubhouse. She, the junior captain.
Yeah.
A big future ahead of her, I think. Like I said, she played in the 2020 Pro Tour, a few events last year during some holidays, and yes, certainly very, very capable. Can mix it with the best of them already.
Absolutely.
I think she's still only 14, maybe 15 now.
Incredible, isn't it?
It's quite something special, isn't it? We're just waiting for the group behind to come up. George Nicholson, William McGee and Rochelle Morris. Rochelle out of Crossland Heath, of course, with Chris Hansen.
Yes, she's one of the coaches there now, isn't she? Yeah, she's a lot of coaching, yeah. Great player. a lot of experience.
Very good player. In fact, the group are just coming up behind us now, as we can see. If you have enjoyed the coverage today, please do head over to Live Sport Now or Content Live Golf on Facebook. Head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube. There is a link in the text. Hit subscribe because you can watch all of our live golf this year. We're not just doing 2020 Pro Tour. We're doing Faldo. We're doing England Golf. We're doing Clutch. We're doing all sorts. If you love live golf, head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube and Facebook. Hit like, hit subscribe, and you can get exclusive behind the scenes. You just don't get to see this on the PGA Tour. We get closer to the players than ever before. We talk to them out on the course. We get real insight. And these players have played on the European Tour. They've won on the European Tour. We had Graham Storm, John Parry a little bit earlier. We've got big names. We've got amateurs coming up. We're seeing the future of golf here on the 2020 Pro Tour. What a treat. Remember these names, Paul, because one day they could be wearing a very special green jacket.
Absolutely could, absolutely could. I'm delighted his tee shot's in bounds by about a yard, I think, over there. A bit of drama there. He played a provisional, which was the right thing to do. That's what you want to see. You don't be slowing things down. And now he's got a great angle to come in out from taking that risk on. Rochelle in the middle of the fairway there, no surprise.
So I'm just going to have a little look at the scoreboard. Let's see, has Poppleton been able to make a move, Paul? Or is that it? Is Nick Watson picking up his first win of the... It's been very close though, hasn't it?
Yeah.
George Walker and Ashton Turner both 5 under par.
5 under, yeah.
I've still got Poppleton down. It's either they're not filling out their scorecard or...
Look at that, Cotton straight onto the potting green.
He's a machine, isn't he? He's an absolute machine.
Really got going there.
He's taking his game seriously, isn't he? This is a big year for him, I think,
Yeah.
2021.
Got a lot of potential. Great attitude as well when it walked straight up the course. Happy smiley face. Enjoyed my day. You know, didn't play my best, but enjoyed my day. That's fantastic, isn't it?
He always does.
Yeah.
It's such a joy to have players like Cosmos in the field, even if it's not gone their way, he's still smiling. And there's certainly one thing I've tried to adopt in not just in my golf, but in my life, is the Tiger 10-second rule. Doesn't always work that way. This is Rochelle Morris now. And I think, is that going to be a touch short? It is, isn't it? Start well, it's gone into the bunker.
Bunker's seen a few shots going there today, hasn't it?
Leon stood where he is actually quite a good marker for the players. I think just go left of Leon and you'll be all right. I'm trying to see where Nick Watson is actually. I can't see him anywhere. Does he sat down having a beer? He can probably have one now.
I think he probably can.
I remember I did a playoff last year, Andy Sullivan and Richard Bland on another tour, and Andy Sullivan had 4 pints of cider.
Oh, right.
And then went and won the playoff. Brilliant.
No nerves, I would imagine, after 4 pints of cider.
I can't imagine a man of his calibre has much nerves either.
No. I remember following him and Rory round in the final group when I was over at the DP World Championships in Dubai one year. What a player.
Very nice. Again, another player like Matthew Fitzpatrick, who's perhaps a little bit underrated.
Yeah,
he went on that massive run, didn't he, on the European Tour, did Andy Sullivan? I think he won about 4 times in about 10 events or something.
He did, yeah. I think he finished 2nd or 3rd in the race to Dubai one year. And a couple of quiet years, but good to see him back on form. And when that man's he's a put-in machine.
He's a nice bloke as well, actually. He was happy to talk. And we had a few big names, like Matt Letitia played in that event as well. Yeah. We were at his home club, Stoneham.
Oh, nice, nice.
One of the joys of doing what we do, we get to go to an awful lot of nice venues. Yeah.
It's not a bad office for the day, is it?
It's not. In fact, I've never been to a bad golf club, to be honest, Paul.
Just a bit of kick off the bank there, just threw that one an extra few feet. Group just teeing off.
We're just going to watch these players, catch up with Chris and just find out what the lay of the land is. Well, I tell you, Pops has made a bit of a move. He's 3 under on the 16th now. Let's just stay live a bit longer and just stick with this, because you just never know with Poppleton, can you? If he gets a hole in one at 17, it's suddenly game on, isn't it?
Great
What a
shot from
shot that
Rochelle
is. Rochelle Morris there, fantastic, showing some serious ability there. Someone's gone big behind.
Wow. Played in the same group as Nicholas Poppleton over at Hallamshire at the 2020 Pro-Am recently, and he just strikes the ball so well. He didn't take up golf till he was 14.
Yeah, you wouldn't know, would you? You wouldn't know. He's one of those annoying players who's just naturally good.
He's really good, yeah.
He could probably not play for 6 months, pick up a club and still go under par.
Yeah, I had a chat with his dad, and his dad said they just played all different sports growing up, and then got to 14 and think I want to give golf a go.
Easy as that, huh? Don't you just hate people like that?
It's difficult to see where the golf club stops and the man starts, isn't it? You know, they're just incredible. Obviously put in a lot of work now. He's under the Pete Cowan Academy down at Doncaster, I think. Oh, all missing on that high
Pace
side.
was great, wasn't it? Just
Yeah.
line ever so slightly off, and of course now it's left a tricky 4-footer or so, 4-5-footer.
Now this would be a great birdie if this one rolls in. There you go. After the despair of almost going out of bounds, hitting a provisional, heart rate going, walks off with a 3. Thank you very much. And breathe.
So this is George Nicholson, William McGee and Rochelle Morris just finishing up now.
Ooh. Expensive miss there on the last.
I do like to see the raw emotion, you know, in golf. It's a very frustrating game. It wasn't on camera, but almost a swing of the hat in frustration, wasn't it? So here's Rochelle Morris to finish up.
Yeah, great sand
stuff.
save.
Fantastic
Excellent.
round there. We're just going to stay live a little bit longer because we have to, really, because Poppleton is on a little bit of a move. Let's just watch the next group. Cheers. Group coming down. I think we'll know more by the time this group is done. Poppleton on 16 at 3 under par. If he birdies 16, my word, things are going to start to get very dramatic. Don't go anywhere just yet. If you're watching, if you've got friends, get them to tune in as well, because my word, it's not over yet. Nick Watson in the clubhouse at 6 under par, and I've got to be honest, I thought that was it. I thought Ashton Turner was really the only player who had a chance. Once again, Poppleton pulls something out of the bag when you least expect it.
And it may sound silly, Ian, but it wouldn't be, you know, impossible to see an eagle on this last hole. Look where these guys are driving to. You know, 50-yard chip, uphill, pins not in a bad spot. Anything on the right is going to feed down to the hole. You know, every chance right up to the death.
Absolutely.
Especially with the talent these guys have got. If it was me, they'd be taking shelter in the bar away from the windows.
I think I caused that crack in the window, actually, just by Headingley finding out that I'm coming. The window's just all shattered.
Imploded.
They're like poltergeists in there.
Funny. It's a beautiful old clubhouse built in 1905, I think. I think the club came here in 1906. It was 14 years at a different site when it came here.
Yeah, you see a wide range, don't you?
Yeah.
You see a number of different clubhouses wherever you go. As I mentioned to you the other day, I was at the Belfry, and there's been a lot of work done down there, hasn't
that
there?
looks really nice. Yeah, it looks really nice. Looking forward to a trip down there. British Masters there, of course, this year.
Yeah. In fact, back to Graham Storm, he's going to be playing in that, didn't we?
Great to see Graham playing again. I think he's had 3 wrist surgeries in the last few years.
Although relatively recent winner, I suppose, on the European Tour, 2017, wasn't it?
Yep. Fantastic playoff win in South Africa against Rory. I think they had a few holes battling it out head to head there.
Yeah, I've heard about this Rory McIlroy lad. I don't really know a lot about him. Heard he's all right. Upcoming.
He'll never make it. I've been up to the green for a good look, see where that flag is and where they want to land it. We have seen 1 or 2 that look good that just caught the bank and then just ran on a bit too far. So I think you've got to fly it most of the way in.
Yeah, definitely. This is Killian McClear, Darrell and Callum Moncur just coming up 18 now.
I mean, they're absolute monster drives. It's into the breeze, as we know. You know, uphill. Pretty intimidating tee shot for most players. You know, just slightly offline, you could hit one of these trees just right on the edge of the fairway. Pitched it a foot from the hole. Didn't quite get the spin he was wanting.
But I think you'd be happy to be on, relatively happy to be on the green. I mean, we've seen a lot of people leaving it short, haven't we, getting into trouble.
And this rough is really sticky, this grass, isn't it? It's really difficult getting the blade onto the back of the ball.
Get that kick, get that kick. Go on, it's just a bit short, isn't it? I think I can see Poppleton walking down 17 as we speak. So have they logged their scores? I think unless he has birdied 16, it could well be. I don't want to call it too early, Paul.
We saw a few birdies on 16 whilst we were there though, Ian, didn't we?
Yeah,
you know,
we did.
I think with that green being so difficult and so undulating, the players are really focusing on getting it in as tight to that pin on 16 as possible. You don't want a 30-yard putt at the best of times, but certainly not on that green there.
No.
Pick a line.
Pick a line. Yeah. I've still got him 3 under through 15, although I have seen him, he is on 17, so we'll see what the score is. Of course, if he's bogeyed 16, which we certainly hope not, then that could be that.
And the live scoring's a new feature on the 2020 tour this year, I understand, Ian.
Yeah, it is. It's great to see, actually. We're using Golf Genius software. You can access it actually just via the 2020 Pro Tour website. There is a link in the text as well to the 2020 Pro Tour. You just go to event results, obviously drop down, click Headingley, and then 2020 Pro Tour, and you will see the full leaderboard for the GolfQuizz Masters here today.
I think that really helps. I think it really helps with the coverage as well. You know, everyone can see back at home exactly where everybody is on the course.
It was a bit of a problem when broadcasting last year when you relying on people and word of mouth, you know. Stop. What? Go on. Oof.
He fancied that one, didn't he?
He did, didn't he? Look, confident.
Great technique there.
This is Keelan McClear, Darrell and Callum Moncur. They were due to go out at 12:30, although we had a frost delay this morning.
I think the final group only went out about 3 or 4 minutes after their scheduled time. I think the staff did a fantastic job in recovering just under a 30-minute delay from the frost we had first thing. I mean, we were kicking the frost off our golf shoes when we first got here, weren't we?
Well, we won't. I can secret. I'm going to try and get Chris's attention. He's coming over. pleased to say, we're just going to watch this group hole out. We're joined by a very special guest now.
I think of these new night golf shoes, Ian, with a flash of lime on them. Are they for you?
Yeah.
I think I could rock those.
Yeah, I like them actually.
Have I mentioned I like golf shoes?
What do you think? I was always a big fan of the Adidas Code Chaos last year.
Oh,
Huge fan.
stunning shoe, yeah, stunning shoe.
Oh, this is not what you want.
Tough to watch.
It's a round wrecker right at the end, isn't it?
If I was Leon, I think I'd be pretending to be filming some flowers or something right now as he leaves the green.
Yeah, I'd be saying we're not laughing at that. There we go. Right, we're joined by a very special guest now. It is the 2020 Pro Tour co-founder, Chris Hanson. Chris, you've been out there today as well, haven't you? And once again, you shot a pretty decent score.
Yeah, I played all right today. It's still early in the season, isn't it? And we've not had much growth. So if you miss greens out there, it's been pretty challenging. You get some sort of bare lies, don't you? But the course, other than that's been fantastic, and it's been a great day for it.
It's been a lovely day, hasn't it? 6 under, looking like it might get the job done again. Unless Poppleton can pull something out of the bag late on.
Yeah, I think I was just talking to Adam, and if you don't make 8 birdies around these days in any tournament you play, you're not competing, are you? You're probably going to make a few bogeys if you've got to get 6, 7, 8 birdies in to win these events. So it's not kind of in my bag at the moment, but we'll. Sounds like we're going to play again next week, so
It's getting there, isn't it? Paul and I were talking a little bit earlier. People don't quite realise the work that goes into getting an event like this off the ground. It's not just a turn up and off you go, is it? There's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, I'd like to think from when this sort of idea came about, it was going to be a bit of a sort of glorified roll-up, but it soon turned into a mini tour. We left the house at 5 o'clock this morning. We got here for 6 o'clock. Paul was here to help set up this morning, and that was it. We've been here 12 hours plus already. So yeah, the long days, and like I say, I think the tour seems to be growing, and the reputation growing each week. And players, I think we get a lot of positive feedback. So the appreciation's there from the players, and we enjoy doing it for that reason. So.
What we really want to do as well, Chris, and we want to say thank you to all your work, and of course all the supporters and sponsors of the 2020 Pro Tour. There is a link actually in the text to the 2020 Pro Tour website. Do go check it out, and you can also get access to the leaderboard as well by clicking that link. We want to find Nick Watson as well. You would be able to go bring him over, would you, or at least point him over to us so we could we could grab him. It's not over yet, of course. Nicholas Poppleton's still out there, he's still in with a sniff, but if you wouldn't mind sending Nick our way, and we'll grab a word with him.
I'll come back.
I'm going to have a quick look at the leaderboard. In fact, let's bring the leaderboard up on the screen. Whilst we're stood here, there is a group behind, but it looks like they're a little bit further back, doesn't it? Christopher Maffei, Liam Mitchell and Erin Parker we're waiting for, so it's probably a good time to grab a word with Mr. Watson himself, the man who's posted that 6 under par, which is looking like it's going to get the job done, unless Mr. Poppleton can bring something quite special out of the bag here at Headingley. It's been a lovely, lovely day. Remember, please do head over to Live Sport Now on YouTube and Facebook. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. We're actually also broadcasting on Twitch at Content Live Productions and Twitter at Ian Waterhouse1. I can also tell you as well, Poppleton, 4 under. He's on 17 as we speak.
It ain't over till it's over.
It's not quite a done deal just yet, is it? We are going to have a word with Nick Watson. There he is, look.
I like the way Chris said you need to be shooting 6, 7, 8 birdies around. I mean, I'm talking 6, 7, 8 birdies a season. I don't know about you, mate.
I can shoot a birdie a season, I'm happy. Nick, how's it going? First of all, are you really that tall?
I am, yes. I am this tall.
How
I'm
tall
not
are
on the
you?
box. 6'5".
6'5". I mean, I'm only 5'7" anyway, so I'll have to stand on a hill. I'll still be short of you. Look, aside from that, great round today, 6 under par. Poppleton's still out there. He's 4 under, so it's not quite a done deal just yet. Do you think it's going to be enough?
You never know, especially with Poppleton the way he's playing.
Yeah.
He's playing some of the best golf out of here at the moment. He won last week.
Yeah.
You've got to expect him to make birdies, make eagles. Even this 18th, you could easily eagle it. You can even just have a little chip up there, and it's easy to make eagles. So, yeah, you just never know until he holds that putt on 18 and then see what the scores are.
What's it like playing a 1-round shootout? Because, like you said, if you make a big mistake, it's game over. It wipes you out, doesn't it? In sort of 4-day golf, you can get away with a mistake here or there, and you're still in the mix. If you make a few mistakes here, it's game over. Yeah,
definitely. I've learned, obviously, last season with just playing like the 1-day stuff, all the 3-4 day stuff for myself got cancelled basically. So it was like a good learning curve last year, just playing 1-day golf.
Yeah.
But I also just try and take it as if it's a tournament, like a 3-4 day tournament. Just there's no point going all out for it, trying to make as many birdies, because like you say, you can easily make a mistake. Once you go chasing, you could easily make a double and then you're out of it.
Yeah.
If you just try and play your normal game, and that's going to be there or thereabouts. So that's just what you've got to do, really, is just stick with your normal game and not do anything different.
Good, man. What's the season for you, Nick? Is it full of 2020 Pro Tour? What's the plan going forward? You've got the game, so...
We've got 2020 Tour for the next few weeks, next about month, and then Euro Pro when that kicks off end of May time.
Yeah.
So I'll be busy on that, and then at the end of the year we'll take our chances at European Tour Q School.
Yeah.
See how that goes. So basically this season is, obviously you want to do really well throughout the year, but it's also building up to Q School at the end of the year, and that's when you want to be thriving at your best.
As they always say, class is permanent, and you've certainly got plenty of class. Nick, thanks for making me look absolutely tiny as well. Whatever happens, congratulations. It's a fantastic round. Nick Watson, 6 under par. Thank you. Cheers. Yes, I didn't realise he was so tall. We're having a good giggle about it. As the old song goes, Paul, I wish I was a little bit taller.
Gosh, yeah, I bet he can hit it a mile. What a nice guy.
Interesting to hear from him, though, isn't it? I do find the psychology of golf quite fascinating as well. I really, really do. And I think it's like tennis. Tennis and golf, psychologically, for me, are probably the two hardest sports out there. Not to dumb down any other sports at all. But, you know, it's a mental battle as much as it is a physical and talent-wise battle too.
It is. In golf, you're out there on your own. Everybody can see your score. It's not like playing football and you can just hide in the middle of the park for 90 minutes. You know, if you're not in a good game or you're not feeling it, everyone can see your score. If one of these guys goes and shoots a big number, they're going to be embarrassed. You know, these guys are all good competitors. They've all obviously scored very well in lots of things. I mean, what a score that is today, 6 under.
Yeah, it is, but of course the man Poppleton, he is 4 under par. We said he needed to birdie his way home, and he's doing it so far, isn't he?
Right, huge, at your peril.
Huge drama, and I've got to be honest, even at 2 under through 11, I was like, it's still a tall ask, isn't it? He's had those back-to-back par 5s on the front 9, big scoring opportunities there. You know, he's
how
doing
many times on these 1-day events do you see it go down to the last hole, the last putt? You know, it's so exciting. These are great events for people to come and watch. When we can get back out here, get some spectators. Can you imagine a couple hundred people around this green? 'Cause that's what these events are going to attract. It'd be excellent, you know.
4 under.
This confirmation of Nick Poppleton's birdie there on 16, 4 under, 2 to play. That 17th hole is a tough hole, but we've seen some shots go very close to that flag, feeding down from the left-hand side. Nick's iron play is really on point. Played with him at Hallamshire 3 weeks ago. Wow, you're just out the middle of the club face every time.
Well, it is back on here at Headingley. I thought after Ashton Turner didn't quite hole out for birdie and finish on 5 under, I thought that was it. It's not. It is huge, huge drama here at Headingley. It's not quite over. Can Poppleton, what's he done on 17? I think he's finished. It's a par 3. If he has birdied that, he needs to birdie 18 and we have a playoff. If not, he can still get away with an eagle. It means he's going to go for it. I think he's probably going to get the big stick out, isn't he, Paul? If he's done it, he's probably going to have to eagle 18 unless 17's been a special hole. The anticipation, I just want to know what the score is. Just update.
Yeah.
Just update. We do have the next group coming up. There they are. Look, they're just walking into shot now. This will be Christopher Maffei, won't it? Liam Mitchell and Erin Parker just coming up to 18. We are going to stay live. We need to see what Poppleton's done. Do not go anywhere because this is excitement, it's intensity, it's live golf at its very, very best. Closer to the action. We just heard from Chris Hansen there as well, the 2020 Pro Tour co-founder. Played today, shot 2 under par. He was under par last week as well. Interesting, as he said there, if you're not doing 8 birdies around in any tournament these days, professional tournament, you're not really going to be in the mix. Unless, of course, you shoot 6 birdies and par the rest of the way around.
It's interesting to think of 18 holes as a shootout, but that's exactly what it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
it's sudden death,
18
really.
holes is 4 hours of golf, probably at this level. They're taking a lot of time around the greens and the putts, as you'd expect. They're playing for some serious money, and but it's a shootout. It's not like a 4-day, 72-hole tournament, maybe with a cut afterwards.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's a real different mentality. I saw Erin Parker there, by the way. She left that quite short. We've got Christopher Maffei over there on the left in the red top. He's wearing tiger red today.
Yeah, looks very smart, and he's not the only person we've seen coming in from the middle of the first. I wonder if that might be a deliberate play. You know, you've got that bunker to come over. It takes the OB well out of play, though.
Make sure Leon, the cameraman's okay stood there, actually. You just never know, do you?
Is Leon a golfer?
He's not.
You see, that's why he stood there and we're here.
We shouldn't be laughing, actually, because it has just sunk straight into the bunker in front of him. So Christopher Maffei with a fair bit of work to do there. I'm still waiting for the update. What did Poppleton do on 17? I wish we had a runner down there.
Yeah. That's gone super high. Yeah, not bad. Good pin placement that today on 18 with that bunker there. It's well defended. You've got to really come in from the left-hand side of the fairway as you play it. Oh, bit strong.
It is Erin Parker amateur. It's great to see these amateurs getting out there, getting some competitive golf. And what an experience it is for them.
Absolutely, and there was a lot of trouble in front of the hole there. That wasn't such a bad play. He got a chance of making the putt.
So it really rests on what Poppleton did on 17, doesn't it, really?
Can't quite see the tee yet. Is anyone on the tee on 18?
I don't. They're walking up to it now. They're literally walking up to it right now. So the group after behind this is Poppleton, Reece Sampson and Sam Dunn. Sam Dunn was having quite a good round at one point as well, actually.
Very good. Now, I've seen a few get up and down from this bunker. Again, choosing not to improve his lie, could move it 6 inches there, so I suspect it's on the upslope, give it a bit of a launch pad.
Go on, run,
Just
catch
stuck
it.
in that rough. That didn't need a lot more.
I'll tell you what, you're right, just a little touch more and that would have been very close indeed.
This rough is just super sticky, isn't it?
Wow. Poppleton, 5 under.
You're kidding me.
If he birdies 18, we go to a playoff. Wasn't expecting that.
Don't go anywhere at home, folks. Go on. Super putt. Unlucky.
Parker there. Wow, huge drama. Do not go anywhere. Stick with this Poppleton. If he can just take 3 shots, we have a playoff.
I think we've seen a birdie in each of the last 3 or 4 groups, Ian, so it's definitely out there on 18.
It is doable. What a way to finish your round from Nicholas Poppleton. Did pro winner last week at Huddersfield, and he's back in contention this week.
I didn't think I was going to make it to the hole. It's gone 3 foot past. No signs of the green sliding up as we're getting into the evening now.
No.
Of course, it's been presented beautifully tonight. It's looked great. All credit to
It's all
the
been
club and the
beautiful,
staff.
hasn't it?
Been
You wouldn't
fantastic.
actually think we had to have a half-hour delay due to frost this morning either, would you?
Incredible.
Okay, I can tell you Poppleton's group on 18 have teed off. Go on.
I think there's one more group out there after Nick Poppleton, obviously not contending for the victory today, but I think Nick's in the penultimate group.
He is, yeah. Max Rogers, Alex Harmon, Ben Terry, the group behind. And there's Erin Parker finishing up her round.
So Nick Poppleton was 12 to 1 on Skybet coming into today. You had Andrew Wilson, John Parry on 9s, Graham Storm and Nick Marsh on 11, and Nicholas Poppleton on 12 to 1.
Great stuff. Poppleton at 12 to 1. I think Skybet might be kicking themselves
Not
there.
bad there, no. Well, Alia Martin, who's finished on -3 there, she was out fairly early this morning. She was 250 to 1. Impressive score. And she was 500 at one point, I think you said, Ian.
Poppleton. So here's Christopher Maffei just finishing up his round. Lovely chappy.
Crikey, somebody's nearly driven the green. He's on the green. Somebody's driven the green.
Somebody has driven the green, and I tell you something, if that is Poppleton, all he needs to do is just tap it home, as Happy Gilmore says,
Yes.
and we have a playoff. If that is Poppleton, we're going to find out in the next few minutes. Paul,
Wow.
I was not quite expecting this drama.
No, this is fantastic.
I'm just getting a signal from Adam Walker. He thinks that is Poppleton as well.
Wow.
So we might be making a mad dash after this to reset up very quickly to get
Wow.
ready for the playoff.
Look at that
We will
for a
bring you,
drive.
if there is a playoff, we will bring it live for you as well. Watson v Poppleton. As it stands, it is Watson with the ace up his sleeve because he's in the clubhouse at 6 under par. Poppleton is walking down the 18th and he is on 5 under par. It's a short par 4 to finish. Plenty of opportunities. Can Poppleton, mind you, if he sinks that, he wins outright. I mean,
Stop it, stop it. Could you imagine?
right, from what I've seen with Poppleton these last 3 or 4 holes, I can imagine, I can believe anything. I'm just going to have a quick check with Leon. Are we okay for battery power, Leon? Good, good. We're getting the nod. What we're going to do whilst we're waiting for this group to come down, if we just bring up the leaderboard as well and just leave it there for a little bit, we're just going to actually rebalance the camera as well. So we just leave the leaderboard up for you for a couple of minutes whilst we wait for this group to come up. I'll signal to you, to our producer Elaine, when to bring it down. So if you just bring the leaderboard up, just leave it on screen for a little bit. That is your leaderboard at the minute. Nicholas Popperton 5 under par on the birdied 17, didn't he? Adam, incredible stuff, incredible scenes. Did you foresee this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, it's Nick Poppleton, isn't it? I mean, I've just been talking to Nick Watson, the current leader in the clubhouse, and he's already gone to put his shoes on, ready to go.
Is he? And when you think that's Poppleton's ball?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I wouldn't, you know.
I couldn't get there if I had 7 Weetabix for breakfast. Look at that for a shot.
I'm going to call it. I wouldn't be surprised if he went and hold it.
Ian was just saying that.
I was just saying, could you imagine if he eagles it, he actually wins outright? I mean, he was the leading pro last week at Huddersfield as well. By the way, Nick Watson, tallest golfer in the field.
Yeah, but we could be wrong. Reese does hit a good ball, so it could be Reese front edge. I know there's one on the fairway.
One went just down this side as well, just right.
And I think that's Pops walking towards us. Is that Pops in the blue?
Pops is on the left.
He's in the grey, isn't he? In navy blue hat there, yeah. You can tell he's got that confident stride, so it wasn't Poppleton who almost drove. In fact, is that on the green?
I think no, it's just short.
Mind you, he's got a good attack angle though, this Poppleton here. It's far from over just yet, although we've seen a lot of people going short and hitting his bunker.
The thing is with this shot that Poppleton's got is it's coming from the rough, so you don't generate as much spin.
Yeah.
He's only got 12 feet to land. If he lands it short, he's either in the bunker or it bounces on the downslope and can kick to 20, 30 feet. So to get this within 10 feet, he's played a ridiculously good shot.
Yeah, so it's going to come down to it, isn't it? It's going to come down to how hot is the putter, I think.
But yeah, don't take away the drive from Reece Thompson. That's an absolute monster.
That is, in fact, that's one of the best shots we've seen today, I think, actually, isn't it?
I think it could be, I'm going to say, equal longest.
Okay, we can bring the leaderboard down now if it's still on screen. We're just saying Poppleton over on the left, we think. Left of the screen, right on the course, of course.
I mean, Sam looks like he's coming from the semi, so I mean, Nick Poppleton's been quite clever here by watching how the ball will react.
Yeah.
So learn a lot from this shot. Looks good. Let's see the bounce. It's pretty soft.
Oh, I'll tell you what, if Poppleton can repeat that, we're in for a thriller. This is the penultimate group as well, isn't it? Nicholas Poppleton, Reece Thompson and Sam done, and Sam is not done just yet.
I love that. See, good and done.
And if you want more comedy, I'm back live next Monday at Romanby on the 2023
Don't miss it.
Pick that mic back up that you dropped. Pick back up and put it in your pocket.
What's that? No one's watching anymore? This is crucial. Here is Poppleton. It's got to be close. He's cleared the bunker.
It's good.
Go on, get the kick.
Oh, what a shot.
Oh, what a shot. That is to force a playoff.
When you play with a pack-up back hanging off your handlebars, you've got to be able to play, haven't you? Yeah.
It's hungry.
Yeah.
Hungry for the victory.
My turn next.
Next week as well.
That was incredible.
Like Bill and Ben.
Really had to land that in the cut of rough there just to get that.
Well, he popped it out, didn't he?
Yeah.
Very well there.
I can't deal with that anymore. Jokes like that, it's going to be a long drive home for your co-driver tonight.
It certainly is.
We'll keep the headphones on.
Yes.
Another great day, Adam. You must be delighted. It's been brilliant. Great feedback from everybody.
Over the moon. Yeah, it's been great. The guys and girls have seemed to love it, and there's been a bit of action, hasn't there, on the leaderboard, a bit topsy-turvy. It's been
great scoring.
Again, just like we saw last week at Huddersfield, no one's running away with it, are they?
No. It would be great to see a playoff. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'd love to see it. And I think one thing's for sure, if your name's not Nick, you're not winning on the 2020 tour at the moment.
It's pretty much the same as last year then, isn't it? Really?
Gosh, it just Nick's everywhere, isn't it? Nick Watson, Nick Marsh, Nick McCarthy, Nick Poppleton. is Nick Watson on the putting green.
He's not going to watch, is he? So here we go, Poppleton to force a playoff. He's getting his read.
So Reese after that incredible drive, hit his first putt a bit firm. Looks like he's got about 10 feet for birdie.
Go on.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Birdie.
Lovely
Deserved after that great drive.
All right, here we go. Poppleton, if he sinks this, we go to a playoff. Exciting stuff. You could not ask for any more drama here at Headingley Golf Club. I'm going to shut up and let him carry on.
What's this putt going to do, Adam? Is there any turn on that? Is it pretty straight?
From this angle, looks like it might go a bit right to left of me.
Slightly uphill.
You can afford to be firm because Nick will be playing for second place.
Yeah. Like he's tilting slightly towards him, actually.
Yeah, I was just mentioning that. I think it doesn't impact.
It's amazing how quiet it goes when everyone's watching something so important.
All comes down to this.
Gone left on him.
He's all smiles, though, Poppleton.
What a great
isn't he?
effort that is, a tremendous score. Another great result
It's
for
a
him.
tremendous effort, isn't it? Yeah, 5 under par, joint second.
He started the season really hot, hasn't he?
He did last season.
You know, the win at Hallamshire last week.
He was a winning pro last week as well. Magnificent stuff.
Yep.
Adam, thank you so much for that. We really do appreciate it. Right, everybody. Paul, I don't think I'm going to have a sit down, I think, for a little bit. Nick Watson.
Super exciting. I mean, we said it might come down to the last putt, and it did. That was just
Let's
really
go have a look at the leaderboard whilst Adam just sorts it all out. So there is your champion over there. Nick Watson is your GolfQuizz Masters winner on 6 under par, but Poppleton was right there at the end as well. He did not let him get away with it. We've seen high drama here at Headingley Golf Club. Wasn't too sure what to expect.
Another great event. You know, these events are fantastic, aren't they? Some quality of field. I think he said a quarter of the field is under par today. On what was a tricky course, wind was up earlier. Some interesting pin positions. You know, it's still early in the golfing season. We had frost this morning, half an hour delay. I mean, the course was played brilliantly. Yeah. Absolutely superb day. You know, all credit to the players, all credit to the guys at the 2020 Tour.
Certainly, it's been a wonderful story here today. Things got underway early this morning. It was George Woolgar who set the early pace at 5 under par. We had Talia Martin was right up there too. The ladies were challenging. They were right in the mix all throughout. Then Nick Watson steps up, puts in 6 under par. We thought that might be enough. Ashton Turner steps up onto the 18th. Birdie putt would have been enough to force a playoff. Didn't happen. Then Poppleton from nowhere. Birdie,
that guy off.
All the way until the end. He's on 18 at 5 under par. A birdie would have done it. His second shot, he gets close. Unfortunately, it's not to be. Nick Watson is your GolfQuizz Masters champion for 2021 on the 2020 Pro Tour. I've been Ian Waterhouse, so it's been such a pleasure to be joined by Paul Hemlin from the Golf Show. Once again, Paul, if we want to check out the Golf Show, where do they go?
Just YouTube, Golf Show, simple as that.
Fantastic stuff. We'll be back live next Monday at Roman B on the 2020 Pro Tour. Remember, Live Sport Now on YouTube, Content Live Golf and Live Sport Now on Facebook. We're on Twitch as well at Content Live Productions. You want live sport this year, we are the place for it. And until next week, drive safely.